Hello, welcome to Flower Juice. My name's John McDonald and today's video is slightly inspired by this pot. Now, I was just shopping in the town and we've got a few kind of shops that do everything. They do clothes and shoes and kids' toys and ceramics and household stuff, and they have sometimes a shelf where things are, reduced. And I saw this and the first thing I thought was, this would be great for Easter. But then I looked at it closely and I thought, do you know what? I actually like the shape, and it has potential for making something that could be quite modern. Now, one of the things I've been keeping since I moved house is this packaging material, so this strapping, and I think this could be really interesting in our design. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to make a base for our flowers, and I'm just using this aluminium wire. So this is a decor wire that you can buy. The great thing with this is you can make it into a mechanic that will hold the stems that you're going to use. It's totally flexible, you can reuse it, and you're just wanting to create a structure that is quite secure, like this. And this will be hidden by the time we actually put flowers in. So I'm going to add some water. Now we can only really bring water up to this level, and that's fine. We just want to make sure that all our material is actually in the water. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to feed this in. So the reason I'm doing that is because it could get a little bit complicated with the flowers. So we'll just see where this goes direction-wise. I really don't want it to necessarily look like packing material. So any pieces that are a bit odd, like this join, we can get rid of. So I know that I want to use this tape, but ultimately I don't really know what direction it's going to go in, because you just don't know until you get started, to be honest. And it's interesting having things that you get and you don't want to throw away. So straight away, we've created like not a negative space, but a space that is interesting. That has potential. And I want this to be quite secure, really, so we'll just work that in. Because this is a round shape, I think having these round elements is quite fun. I quite like the fact that we've got 3 as well. I don't think we necessarily need any more. But we could maybe. This is the thing, I think this is very much flower arranging and just being creative. But this could also look great for maybe corporate work, like if you were doing flowers for going on a reception desk for a business, then it's doing things that catch the eye and can look really good in a modern setting. Can be quite fun. So I think this is quite fun. We've got really interesting shape. We've diminished this by making a bigger area here. And what I want to do is I want to use this kalanchoe as our flower. And kalanchoe you can buy as a cut flower, but you could just as easily buy a plant. And one of the benefits of buying a plant, like I've bought this in just littles to be honest, is that I've now got a nice ceramic pot that I can use for a plant. And even with cutting off these flowers, this plant will come back and we might get a flush of more flowers that we can use. So I'm just making sure that these little flowers all end up in the water. Any leaves, like these bottom leaves, we can just make sure they are removed so that they're not in the water and they're causing any problem. Do you know, it's actually kind of interesting leaving it like this, because then you see the wire, the tape and the flowers. But my thought was to fill it with the flower so that we get like a mass of bloom, basically. So we'll do this. So if you like things that are modern, then I think this would be quite interesting. I'm really liking this, actually. So what we might do is just work with that and build on this mass that we've got here, rather than filling in the whole thing. But with every video that we do, we're really just trying to give you some ideas and some inspiration for getting creative yourself. Really, the great joy with flowers is that you can do things yourself and you can enjoy being creative and using different materials. It's a great way of escaping from everyday life and expressing yourself. And why not? So, I am going to leave this here with that little bit exposed. And I think what you'll see, we'll just move this around a little bit, is that this works in so many ways. So you could have it facing you, you can have it to one side, you can have it really in lots of different ways. This is interesting when you can see in and you get the flower, the ceramic, this material and the wire. So we've got this real contrast between different materials. So I know today's video is quite simple and the arrangement's quite simple, but I hope you found it inspiring and that you feel inspired to actually have a go and get creative yourself. And if you've got any materials that you think might come in handy, then don't throw them away, because you just never know. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video and you haven't already subscribed, then click here to subscribe. We have new videos every week and we would love you to join us to watch our next design. And if you've also enjoyed the video, then why not share this video with your friends and introduce them to flowers as well. So take care and we hope to see you soon.